Chapter 2, The creation of man and woman. 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. 2. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made. And he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. 3. And God blessed the seventh day, and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. 4. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. 5. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. 6. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. 8. And the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. 9. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight, and good for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. 10. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted, and became into 4 heads. 11. The name of the first is Pison. That is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. 12. And the gold of that land is good. There is bdellium and the onyx stone. 13. And the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. 14. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is it which goeth toward the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. 15. And the Lord God took the man, and put him into the garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. 16. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. 17. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die. 18. And the Lord God said, It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an help meet for him. 19. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. 20. And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an help meet for him. 21. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. 22. And the rib, which the Lord God had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. 23. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. 25. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed.
Explanation and understanding of Genesis chapter 2. Genesis chapter 2 provides a more detailed account of the creation of man and woman, as well as additional insights into the environment and relationships between humans and the world around them. Completion of creation. The chapter begins by emphasizing that the heavens and the earth were finished, and God rested on the seventh day, sanctifying it as a day of rest. Creation of man. God forms the first man, Adam, from the dust of the ground and breathes into him the breath of life. This act distinguishes humans from other creatures, as they possess both a physical body and a divine spirit. The Garden of Eden. God plants a garden in Eden and places Adam there. The garden is abundant with various trees, including the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. This garden is depicted as a paradise where humans live in harmony with nature. Creation of woman. Seeing that it is not good for the man to be alone, God creates a woman, Eve, from Adam's rib. This act establishes the concept of companionship and partnership between man and woman. Naming the creatures. God brings the animals to Adam for him to name, demonstrating human authority over the animal kingdom. However, none of these creatures are a suitable companion for Adam. Formation of marriage. God causes Adam to fall into a deep sleep and creates Eve from his rib. Adam recognizes Eve as bone of his bones and flesh of his flesh, signifying their deep connection. This passage also establishes the institution of marriage, where a man and woman become one flesh. The tree of knowledge. God commands Adam not to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, warning of the consequences of disobedience. Nakedness and innocence. The chapter ends by describing Adam and Eve as being naked and unashamed, indicating their innocence and the absence of sin before their disobedience. Genesis chapter 2 provides further insight into the relationship between humans and God, as well as the beginnings of human relationships and responsibilities. It sets the stage for the subsequent events in the Bible, particularly the fall of humanity in the following chapters.